West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.
Yes. Ladies, what the fam? I just gone into my link. I just gone into my sneaky link. Imagine, I just set up my stream. The stream. Oh my God. Fam, what day is it today? I don't even have a sneaky link for the game. Imagine, I didn't even bother to check if my sneaky link was working. I've just gone into my sneaky link and the game's not even on there. Jaja. Let me run into the Discord, people, because my link's not working. Oh dear. There's me trying to do a watch along and the link that I've trusted for this whole tournament is down. So it looks like I'm watching nothing at this point in time. Let me just go into the CCP Discord, see if somebody can send me a backup link whilst I get things. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Somebody sent me a link. Let me just activate the Nord VPN. Bit of free advertising there for Nord VPN. Let me activate that because sometimes some of these people, they'll send you a link and the link will be full of raunch, pure pop-ups and raunch. So I've just had somebody in the CCP Discord send me a link, but I've got to make sure that he's not sent me a raunchy link. 1 second, people. Let me try to get this thing to work now. This looks like a very raunchy link that he sent me here. 1 sec. See if I got this working. How raunchy? I'll tell you the teams in a second. Okay. Nope. Oh, we're in. The link is up. The link is up. NordVPN is active. Maharaj. And we're off. We're off. King is off. First ball. So the team, people. Apologies for that, people. My link went down, but Celine in the CCP Discord, he sent me a raunchy link. But it's working and we're underway. Those of you who are watching on the watch along, so this guy, for example, Salah Gaming, we're not doing the I want to be the first guy to say what's happened thing. That's very immature because as Shea Hope launches 1 for 6 to Cal Corner. Like we're not doing the thing where we're like, there's a 6. I'm the first one to say it. That's so raunchy and immature. So try to sink in, people. The reason why people do watch alongs is they want to sink in. So let's try and not do that. Big up Salah though. Big up Salah all the same. So 6 off the second ball. West Indies 7 without loss. King again, this time over the offside. All the fielders are in the circle, so that should be safe. 1, 2, 3 bounces and rolls into the boundary rope for 4. West Indies 11 without loss. The one and only Dhruv, once upon a time my arch nemesis, he is in the stadium, and he says, "Big up CCP, Shea off to a flyer." Anybody who does this type of stuff, next ball through the offside again. Actually covered, saved at cover, no run. Shah Famad. Anybody who does that thing where you like try to tell everybody what's happening whilst they're trying to watch, like I'm just gonna time you out in it. This time again, deep mid wicket, goal! No, not gone. The catch is taken, but whoever took that catch, was it Stubbs? Which Safa is that? Whoever took that catch fell over the boundary rope, and it's a 6. That's the end of the first over. West Indies 17 without loss after 1 over. We're taking them there in the first over. That's a bad fumble there. And when I say fumble, he's taken the catch. Maharaj has asked Hope to take him on. Yeah, that's crap. Because as he's taken the catch, he's got time. Remember, this is 2026 now. You can do the chuck it up in the air thing. I don't know who that is. Is that Stubbs? Who was that down on the boundary rope, people? Whoever it was, he had time to chuck it up in the air and steady himself. Anyway, 17 without loss after 1. Let me update the thing. Or is Brevis? Has Brevis changed his hair? I don't remember him looking like that. Janssens will bowl the second over. West Indies 17 without loss after 1 over. Shea Hope is on 16. Brandon King on 1. Nice start from the West Indies. I'm going to have to mute the comments because I forgot what happens on watch-alongs. Right, Janssen, King. Oh, that's just timing there by King. It's just really exquisite timing. Looked like he just tucked it into the leg side, but it goes all the way through the vacant mid-wicket region for 4. Yeah, that's just nice timing. Nothing other than. For those who don't know, so South Africa won and elected to bowl. Sorry. Oh, I better take this off. 1 second. Oh, that one beats King though. That one goes across King and beats him. Just misses the outside edge. Tell a friend, people. I didn't really advertise this watch along. Spoke about the fact that I'd do it yesterday, but I haven't really posted it anywhere. So if you're awake, obviously in the Caribbean, it's quite early, but if you're in your forums, your Reddits, your WhatsApps, etc., share the link. Tell people to come in. It's tucked backwards a square for 4. It's actually super fine. It's not even backwards a square. It's just gone super fine. And that's 4 runs for Brandon King. It's a flipping fast start here by West Indies. We'll get onto the Akil thing in a minute. I haven't even had a chance to discuss that yet. Janssen into King. King catches the top edge, flies over Quinton de Kock. He'll take another 4 there. They're looking to be attacking. King moves to 13. I'll take it. Listen, at this stage of the game, in terms of the power play, no one cares how the runs come. Don't care about streaky shots. It's just, if you get the runs, you get the runs. I'm not here to analyze, oh, that was streaky, that was a bad shot. Runs is the metric, and runs is what they're on right now. West Indies 29 without loss. Brandon King 13. Shea Hope 16. Last ball of the second over. Janssen into King. And King's behind that one. Defends. End of the second over. West Indies 29 without loss after 2 overs. So the big news, if you're just joining us, after all of the assumptions, myself included, that the only real only real talking points in the match, in the selection, was King or Charles, and then which one of the 2 pacers Chase was coming in for. It looks like they instead have sprung a bit of surprise. Chase has come in, and Akil Hussain drops out. At the toss, Shea Hope said that it was down to the nature of the opposition, something that they've looked at. Obviously, we know that South Africa have 3 left-handed batters in their top 6. Multi bowls in the middle overs. If spin comes into play, I'm assuming that they think that spin comes into play later in the match rather than up at the front end. Obviously, Akil Hussain bowls at the front ends, largely speaking. And obviously, Chase was always going to come in. So time will tell. Rabada beats Hope outside. Outside is off stump. Hope going for a waft. Nothing connects. So obviously, that will be a stick that some people possibly beat Darren Sammy with if things don't work out today. Me personally, my personal view is a good player is a good player is a good player. I understand in cricket that we are in the era of matchups and percentages and left hand, right hand. I get it. Like, that's the era we now live in. But sometimes less is more. And in the context of less is more and tactics, I'm like, who's your better player? Forget matchups and percentages. Just who's the better player in the clutch? And for me, it was Zakir Hussain, but whatever. Hope, edge, gone. Yeah, so the extra bounce this time by Rabada. The ball before Hope had gone fishing, didn't connect. It's basically the same ball again. Maybe a slightly bit of extra bounce by Rabada, and Hope goes fishing again, and he nicks off for 16. He goes for 16 from what? 6 balls? West Indies 29 for 1. Yeah, extra bounce, tiny bit more movement, which duped Shea Hope into the stroke, and Hope goes for 16. And Hetty comes out with a helmet on, rightly so, as the quick bowlers are bowling. Right, so Hetty into bowl. If you're just joining, because with some of the watch along, some people like to post, like some people don't sink in, and it spoils it for other people. So I've kind of closed out the comments so that I can actually stay in sync with what's happening. So every now and again, I will look at the comments and bring something up, but I'm mindful of the excitable ones who bust their nut. Right, so Hetty on strike to Rabada. West Indies 29 for 1 after 2.2 overs. Shea Hope just departed. Bowled Rabada, caught the cock. Hetty goes. Ooh, dropped. Hetty went for it straight away. Let me write down some notes. That's a drop. Dropped it. Where was it? Was it in the mid-wicket region, or was it mid-on? Either way, Corbin Bosch puts it down. That's a second drop already, or mistake, let's call it. Hetty looking to be attacking immediately. Mid-on. Skews the inner portion of his bat. Bosch should have taken that. That was relatively straightforward. Relatively straightforward opportunity there. Hetty dropped on none. Gets behind that one. No run. Let me make some notes for later on when Santoki and I do a show, because how critical will that drop off Hetty be? Got to take your catches in these critical knockout type matches. You can't give players too many lives. So let's say that South Africa have given 2 lives already for me. Hetty goes after this one. Gone. Well, Hetty couldn't relax himself. This is the rough with the smooth here. This is the rough with the smooth. If you give the man a license to play this way in the power play, sometimes it will come off, sometimes it will not come off. Hetty played 3 balls. First one, he attacked, dropped. Second one, defends. Third one, he attacks. He'll say it was in his arc to attack. It's taken at short mid-wicket. Hooks it straight to short mid-wicket. Catches the splice of his bat. And Hetty's gone for, what, 2? It's caught Maharaj. Bowled Rabada, caught Maharaj. West Indies, we're getting taken there. So Hetmeyer gone 2 from 3. Hetmeyer, that was the definition of a Hetmeyer innings, where he weren't there for any long time. He was just there to play his shots. And who's coming now? Rovman. Interesting. So it's not Roston Chase. Not Roston Chase. Normally, when this happens, Roston Chase comes early. Instead, they've sent Rothman Powell, probably because I suspect it's because they've looked at the nature of the wicket and said there's runs out there, can't afford to bring Roston Chase and soak up the potential for runs out there. So Rothman comes in early after 3 overs, or not even 3 overs. There's 1 ball left of this over. And they're going to say we still have to maximize the power play. 1 more wicket and South Africa well on top. So Rabada's got 2. Both wickets technically giveaways from Hope and Hetmeyer. Rabada into Powell. I suggest you just defend this, Powell, if you've got the technique to do so. Dabs it into the offside. 1 run. He'll take strike the next over. So end of the 3rd over, West Indies 32 for 2. See, this is why, like, if there's anybody in here from the CCP Discord, or if there's anyone in here who follows Caribbean Cricket Podcast in general, this is why I don't do a lot of those kind of, and this is what I think will happen, and this is who I think will be critical in the match, because you just don't know. There's actually, like, I don't really buy into the conversation for the sake of conversation thing, because the thing with sports is more time you just have to shut your mouth and wait to see how a match unfolds. How many people before this match would have been like, Hetmeyer is the key man? And then he comes out, plays a shot of ball for 3 balls and is out, right? Like, sometimes you just have to wait, like, hold your peace, watch the match and let your thoughts marinate, wait till half time, assess then, wait for the next team to bat, assess at full time and go, this is how the match went. More time, a lot of the pre-match talk is just a whole bunch of nonsense, because nobody actually knows what they're talking about. Because in critical knockout matches, you don't know who's got the mentality for the knockout match. It's all just speculation for the sake of speculation. We have to wait for things to unfold and let the match marinate. Anyways, it's Ngidi into the 4th over. Brandon King through the covers. Excellent timing, 4 runs. Brandon King moves to 17. It's a good shot from King. See if he can keep it going, though. He's looked all right today. There was that top edge flay over Quinton de Kock's head for 4, but this is a power play. Take the runs you can. Then Ngidi into King again. King again through the covers and again 4 runs. Moves to 21. I don't know if there's any South African fans in here, but Ngidi has, and obviously I say this with a pinch of salt because man can obviously come back and take wickets. But every time I watch Ngidi, I always think to myself, your numbers look better than whenever I watch you. Like, obviously he is a good bowler. He'd certainly walk into West Indies setup, but I always watch him and I'm left kind of feeling a bit just underwhelmed by his bowling. Does anyone else ever have that feeling about Ngidi as he's about to come and probably take a wicket? Ngidi into King. Oh, that one. There you go. He's taking him. See what I mean? That's exactly what I'm talking about. This is why I've never got Ngidi. I watch him and I'm like, I don't get this guy. And he gets a wicket. There you go. King's gone. Bounces, leaves him. That's actually a good delivery from Ngidi. Maybe that's what Ngidi is. He's a runs cart who takes wickets. That's actually a really good delivery. Forces King into a feather. maybe King got into a bad position, but he forced King into a feather there. Nicks off. West Indies 41 for 3. Right, West Indies 41 for 3. Was that the end of his? I think that was the end of Ngidi's over. So King went for 21. Don't know how much. How many balls did King face? Was it 12? I feel like he faced 12 balls. So Chase is finally in. And I guess he has to now. Once 3 wickets are falling in the power play, we certainly can't afford to lose any more wickets. So Chase can come in here and go at an 85 strike rate. And I think we have to accept that because there's like too many wickets are gone now. Obviously, there's still Rutherford, Holder, Shepherd, Ford, Multi to come. So there's still batting to come, but South Africa definitely on top at this stage of the match. Ngidi. Oh, it's not the end of the over. I thought it was the end of the over. Sorry, people. Anyways, Chase off the mark with 2. So that wasn't the end of the over. Yeah, that's a good delivery from Ngidi. Give that one to the bowler. Whereas Hope and Hetmeyer, I'm not giving that to the bowler. I'm giving this one to the bowler. Last ball of the over. Bowled him! Chase chops on. And West Indies are staring down the barrel. Ngidi, after I cussed him at the start of the over, the man's come back with 2. Chase chops on, playing well away from his body. West Indies 43 for 4. They can't deal with the pace. They can't deal with the bounce. Chase goes for 2. West Indies in disarray. Salah says I jinxed it. Nope, the game's just the game. There's no such thing as jinx. There's just big balls and who shows up on the day. That's all that is. So Rutherford comes in. There's still Tavari has given up. Yep. This is what happens when you follow West Indies. Everyone's a bandwagonist when we're winning, but as soon as the pressure comes back on top, it's only the people that have been locking in during the L's that stay locked in. If you're not there for the L's, you don't have the testicular fortitude to stick around during when the L's return again. Anyway, start of a new over. Who's bowling? Rabada is back. He took 2, or he's taken 2 already. And Powell is off the mark. It's so interesting to me to see as soon as West Indies start struggling again, how quickly everybody runs away again. Good. Go away in it. Because you lot weren't fans to begin with. You're only fans when the bandwagonist attempt is there. You'll come back when we start winning again. Rabada. Defended by Rutherford. No run. Andre Sawyer says, question, at this point in the match, be real with us. What's your prediction? We can still win from here. I'm not really buying all the panic here. Like, you just have to, it's only the 4th over. Like, relax, people. Don't get me wrong. We could obviously crumble to 120 all out or something like that. But there is no reason with the batting depth in this side that they can't still put some competitive total on the board. So take point, people. In fact, let me write it down in my notes. I want to write down in my notes all of the people that ran away at 43 for 4. Anyways, the score is currently 46 for 4. Rabada into Rutherford. Defends, no run. I think the power play's actually all right. So they can go at, like, I don't know, 7s for the last 2 overs of the power play, and that'd be an all right power play. Okay, runs wise, if not wickets wise. Yeah, it's definitely hard to win if you've lost 4 wickets in the power play, but we don't know if South Africa are going to lose 4 wickets in the power play. That's why that's why I always say to people, there's no point in doing all of these kind of massive over analysis in cricket matches. You've always got to wait for the other side to bat, or at least wait to see what you get at the end of the innings before you start making massive proclamations about it means this, it means that. But based on general metrics, if you lose 3 or more wickets in the power play, you tend to lose the match. But we don't know what South Africa are going to do in their power play, for example. One ball left, 47 for 4. How many times have South Africa played at Ahmedabad in this tournament so far? Have they played all their games here? Defended, end of the over, 47 for 4. Rabada 2 for 7 from 2. Do you think they should have sent Rutherford after Hetty out for left-hand, right-hand? No. 3 wickets had fallen by that. Or 2. How many wickets had fallen? Powell's still there, so no. Am I here for the first innings of the full match? I'm here for the full match, depending on what my laptop does, but the plan is to be here for the full match. Who's this? Janssen back in for his second over. Rutherford defends, once one, aborts the run. Right. South Africa play all their games there. Wait, what do you mean? South Africa have played every single game in Ahmedabad. Is that correct? That might explain why they've known what to exploit on this pitch. No run again. Oh, their 5th game. Oh, he's lost it. That's the 3rd drop. Let me write that down. Rutherford dropped on 2. Who dropped that? Ngidi. Third chance gone down for South Africa. That one, that delivery from Janssen really cramped up Rutherford for room. He wanted to guide it, possibly finer than he did. Instead, he's guided it to what, like a fly? What's that, like a gully, fly gully or whatever? Either way, he's dropped it. Rutherford catches a life. Has he dropped? No, dropped on 3 actually. Powell on strike. Guides that. Oh, no. Thought it guided that through the covers. 2 balls left of this over, 48, or 2 balls left of the power play, in fact, 48 for 4. What are your thoughts about Roston in for a kill? Not particular. I mean, I wouldn't have done it, but as ever, there is always a rationale for stuff. 1 ball left of the power play. That one, again, cramps up Powell. Can't do nothing with it. 48 for 4. I can understand a rationale for Roston being in for a kill. I don't agree that it should be Roston for it. Roston should be in the side. But I possibly would have played a kill anyways. Obviously, though, we've just seen how much pace and bounce is in the wicket and how Rabada and Ngidi and Janssen have exploited it. So in some senses, you look at the fact that they've kept Ford and Shepherd in and said, that might kind of make sense why Akil's the one who has to drop out. Because Chase had to play regardless. So that is through the covers. That's glorious from Powell. That's 4 runs to end the power play. So West Indies end the power play on 52 for 4. The runs I'll take, the wickets I won't, but at least a runs platform has been laid. It's worth pointing out to West Indies fans that have remained, the ones who didn't run away after the fall of the 3rd and 4th wicket, that there is still plenty of batting to come in this West Indies side. Holder, Shepherd, Ford, and Gudakesh Santoki can all bat. So I wouldn't be in full panic mode just yet. South Africa have played 5 of their 7 matches at this ground, including this one. Yep, they're playing like they know. They're playing like they know this ground for sure. Jitendra says, show the match in the screen. Jitendra, I assume, maybe wrongly, that you are in the Asian subcontinent, so don't you have TV access? Jatindra says, the team who plays well will win. Really? I thought it was the team that played shit will win. $52 for 4. I can't even go in the Discord group, because if I go in the Discord, if I go in the Discord, I'll lose my link, my sneaky link that I'm watching this thing on. Where is fam? What the? Sorry, people, looking for something. Oh, there it is. They're just doing that thing they do after. Do you remember when T20s, like, do you remember when they actually went quickly? Fam, they take so long these days. Like, just get on with it. Like, they're showing us a recap of the 6 overs. Get on with it, man. I get there has to be a drinks break, but T20s go on too long, man. Remember the days when it actually used to take like 2 hours and 45 minutes? Now, at the bare minimum, unless a side has a horrific collapse, now they take like 3.5 hours. It's too long for a T20. Anyways, we're nearly about to get on the way. Corbin Bosch is gonna have a ball. I feel like CPL made Corbin Bosch good, you know. Discuss. See, looking at Carlos just literally making the same point I just literally made. Oh my God. Anyways, we're on the way now. And Rutherford is on the way with some runs outside the power play. Andre says, I was really hoping King would come good today because he's due a score. I thought he did all right today, to be fair. I think his dismissal was I think he's of the 4 people that have been dismissed, he's potentially the only one who can say he got out to a good ball. Bosch into Rutherford. Rutherford is on the pull, picks it up, and that's a 6. Comes down with snow on it. West Indies 59 for 4. Oh, 60 for 4. Sorry, got my scores wrong. Oh, it's gone again. This time way up in the air and gone. Rutherford tried to do it back-to-back against Corbin Bosch. Bosch strikes. It's 60 for 5. Rutherford wanted to go to the small side mid-wicket boundary again. He knows it. He's chucked his bat up in the air. He knows that's soft as anything. The bounce has done him. Quinton de Kock takes the catch after a skyer. Yeah, catches it on the toe end of the bat. It's an easy catch for Quinton de Kock. West Indies 60 for 5. West Indies haven't coped at all with the bounce on this track. They really, really haven't coped. The good news is this match could be over early today so I can get on my life. Who's in? Jason Holder. In at number 7. It's looking sticky now. What are we saying? The West Indies need to try and find a way to get to 150. That won't be enough, but that's what they have to try and find a way to do. There's only 6 overs gone. They're still going at 10s, but wickets just falling in huge clumps. In behind that, Jason Holder, no run. 6 overs. It's only just outside the power play. Like the runs, the runs aren't a problem. But I think the pace and bounce has spooked them today. Andre says, "Isn't pace and butter the bread? Isn't the pace and bounce bread and butter?" Yeah, but the wickets that West Indies have played on in this tournament, this is the first time West Indies have played on a wicket like this in the tournament, whereas South Africa have played 5 games on this venue. And I just think at the moment, it looks like what it is, which is one team that is used to what you have to do on this wicket, and another that is coming to play on a wicket that they're yet to play on in the tournament. That's what it looks like to me. Last ball of the 7th over. No run. It's the end of the over, 60 for 5 after 7. Ah, boy. So, still to come, Shepherd, Ford, and Moti. I'm not counting Shamar Joseph. So, naively or not, I still think there is batting here to get the West Indies up to a 140, 150. But with 7, like, for example, if I'm West Indies now in this situation, you can consolidate for 7 overs now. Like, there is nothing wrong with consolidating up to about the 14th over, seeing where you're at. So let's say we get to 110, and then saying, right, we go again in the back end with Shepherd and Ford and King Moti. Like, that has to be the play here now. Allow the big shots and just say, can we consolidate for 7 overs? It's not that's not going to help us set a super competitive total, but we have to get some kind of total on the board. And if we play the next 7 overs the same way we played the first 7 overs, then we're not getting a total on the board. So I just want to see, me personally, I just need to see 7 overs of consolidation going at maybe 5 runs and over. So that not 5s. That's not helpful. 6 runs and over for the next 7 gives you 105 so runs up until the last 6. Then in the last 6, you're giving license to Romario Shepherd, Matthew Ford, and Gudakesh Moti to come out swinging. I think you have to take that attitude. My stream's just gone as well to Jaja. 1 second, people. Let me try work out my stream. Stream's gone. They must have said, you know what? Stream must have said, F this match. We don't want to watch this no more. My stream's gone. Oh, I don't know what's going on, people. At the moment, people, my stream ain't working. So far, I cannot tell you anything. Stream has collapsed on me. Let's try and find a. I'm trying to find a new sneaky link. Who knows what's happening right now? I'm trying to get a sneaky link going. Let's see what the comments are saying. Maybe they can tell me. Mark Willoughby says, I've missed Powell hitting a 6. Thank you. Like, you lot will have to do the updates whilst I try and get a sneaky link working. Kira says it's 70 for 5. Big up the comment section, helping me understand what's going on, because my sneaky links ain't working right now. 70 for 5 for the West Indies. What's this? Father, man. Let me try going to this sneaky link section right now. Okay. Let's see if this link. I wonder if this sneaky link right here is working. See, this is what happens if you're wondering why I'm looking for sneaky links, people. It's sorry, people, I fucked it up. It's because in the UK, the World Cup is behind a paywall. I ain't paying. I'm back. My sneaky link is back. I'm back through the mainframe. What's this now? 71 for 5, 8.1 overs. Oh, I'm back. Someone just told me someone's gone though, so I guess I'm going to have to see that in a second. So it looks like it's 71 for 6. About to see this dismissal. Let's see what they've done now. Yeah, holder. Powell even. Powell smashes it straight to cover. It's another soft one. It's another soft one. And I mean, I'm sure Powell will say that was there to be hit. But he smashes it straight to cover. And Powell goes for 9. Yeah, that's soft. I'm sorry, that's soft. That's a soft dismissal. Just hitting it so hard. After I cussed Ngidi and said, I don't know how this man takes wickets, the man's come and taken 3 today. I still don't know how he takes wickets, though. Arshwan says it's match fixing. Let me just block you. I ain't got time for this today. Let me just put you on timeout. We ain't got time for this today. I put Ashan in timeout. West Indies fans, we ain't got time today. We're not on this today. West Indies are back. 71 for 6, 8.2 overs. The good news is all of the people that never wanted West Indies to win in the first place, like all of the kind of West Indies social media people, YouTubers, etc., who don't actually support us, or no, sorry, that's harsh, who don't support Darren Sammy, they're actually silently happy. So all those people, you see how they reluctantly had to celebrate and be like, oh my God, West Indies are playing well. Watch how quick, if we don't obviously go on to win this match, watch how quick they're going to turn around and pivot back to, you see, Darren Sammy, he's a rux, and this is his fault. Like, watch it. I guarantee you the turn is going to come so quick. Ngidi into Ford through the covers for 1. Disciple of Christ says Brandon King is the weakest link in the batting lineup. Did you watch the match at the start of the game? He weren't the weakest link in the batting lineup today. Oh, Ngidi 11 in the World Cup. There was me cussing and a man second in the ranks of wickets. I still don't get it though. Oh, that's good ball by Ngidi. Krishnan just relaxing that you don't understand. Like you just don't understand, innit? It's at the end of the over. Right, end of the 9th. Ngidi has actually been brilliant. 3 for 13 from 3. West Indies 72 for 6. There's only 9 overs gone. Who's left? So Shepherd still to come, Multi still to come. Am I missing a player? Who else is 7? Yeah, Shepherd and Multi are still to come. Maybe I'm naive, but I still think they can put a total on the board here. I still obviously the biggest risk here. Obviously, the biggest risk here is that they get bowled out before they can. I know Shamar Joseph, but I'm not counting him. Obviously, the biggest risk here is that they can get bowled out before they put a total on the board. But naively or not, I still think they can put up 140 on the board, and that's not scoreboard pressure, but it is a score. If the bounce holds on this wicket, Grant, obviously we dropped that's good ball in there from Jansen. Obviously we dropped Akil to make sure we kept Ford and Shepherd in. If the bounce stays as true as it has done for South Africa, then 140 means there's a game to be had. I'd still make South Africa heavy favourites. But if I'm West Indies, I'm still thinking, lads, 140 here. We have to get up to 140. Who's that on the pull? Ford's on the pull, 4 runs. Through mid-wicket for 4. Good shot by Ford. Yeah, I agree with that. That Ngidi's like a Dwayne Bravo, but with a faster delivery. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Oh, disciples of Christ, man. I beg, go and speak to Jesus. Allow me. Oh, again, a good delivery. Good comeback by Jansen. Cramps up Ford. Gives him no room. Ford again on the pull. Is this enough? They best believe there's enough. Through mid-wicket, 6. Two balls left of the 10th, and Ford is in behind that. Good cricket. You don't need to go for more runs. Taken 10 off the over already. 82 for 6 from 9.4 overs. Run rate's good. Wickets is horrendous. Felix says, can you just ban the word match fixing? I don't know how you do it. Well, I do. Sorry, I do know it's a bouncer to end the over. End of the over. Wait, is he being? Yeah, end of the over. 82 for 6 after 10. I can do it after this match. What I might do though is if people continue the match fixing tour, I might just mute them or time them out or whatever. YouTube Studio is on my phone, and I'm watching the game on my phone. So bear with me. I'll have to do it at half time or something. John P. Nickel, what is your rationale for dropping Akil? It's not my rationale, but what I believe the reasoning is. If you've been watching the match for the first 10 overs, you'll see that this pitch has pace and bounce in it. They've dropped Akil to keep both Ford and Shepherd in the side. That's the long and short of it. Obviously, because South Africa have 3 left-handers in their top 6, Chase was always going to come in. So they then have to make a decision. Which of the 2 left-arm spinners do they keep in, Akil or Multi? Multi bowls in the middle over spell. Akil bowls up front. So I guess Akil's the one who draws the short straw. That's the rationale. Whether you agree with it or not is up to you, but that's the rationale. Why are they speaking to the umpire? What's going on? What did I just miss there? Holder and Ford speaking to the umpire. Maybe they're on. Oh, maybe they were unhappy about that wide that wasn't called a wide at the end of the 10th. Anyways, Bosch into Ford, who picks it up. I think that's out. It is out. Picks it up off middle stump. That wasn't the shot to go for. If you're gonna play a shot to that, you've got to go straight. You've got to play straight, surely. Why are you gonna pick that up off middle? I'm not sure what Ford was doing there. 82 for 7. It looks like it's a cutter. Yeah, I'm not sure what Ford's doing there. It looks like it's a cutter into the pitch, but it's a gun barrel straight delivery. So if you play that with a straight bat, you're probably getting one down the ground, maybe two. Surely you don't pick it up. You don't pick it up off your off stump in some kind of paddle pull shot. That was soft. So another soft dismissal. 83 for 7 after 10.2. South Africa having the greatest day of their lives without really having to work too tough for their wickets. What did Ford? I even missed what Ford got. He must have got double figures though. Right. Okay. At this stage, I don't know what the plan is anymore. Because there's only multi and thing to come. Ooh. So smashed someone's helmet. Shepherd tried to duck under that one. And looks like he smashed him on the helmet. Or it's either shoulder or helmet. I'm not sure if I saw that properly. Yeah, it's more shoulder into helmet. The shoulder would have taken more impact than. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you got to do a concussion test regardless. Vignesh says, looks like spinners won't be effective in this wicket. Yeah, it looks like it. But then again, until the other team bowls, you don't know. Remember against Zimbabwe, everyone was going spinners won't be effective versus Zimbabwe. And they took 7 wickets. So what does that tell you? That dismissal by Matthew Ford was ridiculous. Anyways, we're back underway again. Shepherd tucks that into the leg side for 1, 84 for 7. Oh, no, they got 2, 85 for 7. Another run, this time through the covers. $86 for 7 after 11. I've been doing it in video games, but do you think Akil can do Chase's role? What do you mean by that? With the bat? I don't know what that means. Right, who's back? Engi, no, it's Rabada, 2 for 7 from 2. Shepherd on strike. Fielded at short cover, no run. Hale says we need 50s from Holder and Shepherd. You think? Ah, boy. Ah, boy. Rabada in again to Shepherd, who's trying to pull that through mid wicket, and that's just through him. Too much pace. Real 5901 says West Indies will win. Okay, cool. Kartikea wants 150. Do you know what though? On a real level, I don't hate this. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of hyperbole. Everyone's going to go mad. There's going to be loads of people overreacting. It's going to be very, very boring post match, right? I don't mind through the covers for one. They might run two, actually. No, they'll run one. I don't mind if we lose. I don't mind sometimes matches like this to just reset expectations and reality, because again, we're so used to catching L's as a fan base that our fan base and the cosplayers from outside our region, there's very few people within West Indies cricket as a fan base, media, etc., that are able to just be level-headed about stuff. So if we go on to lose this game, we're now going to go from the extremes of we can win the World Cup to the extremes of West Indies are shit. And it's very hard, down to mid-on for one, it's very hard to find level-headed people when it comes to West Indies cricket. Everything's got to either be the very best or the very worst. Is this bad today? Yes. Does that suddenly mean that West Indies are atrocious? No. It's a very bad day at the office, but sometimes it is what it is, right? It's a very bad day at the office after 5 very good days at the office. It's worth reminding people, irrespective of the nature of the dismissals, it is worth reminding people that we are full toss there. Is that no ball? It's worth reminding people that we are playing the only other unbeaten team in the tournament. That doesn't give us an excuse to lose. That doesn't give us an excuse to say to push away the nature of the dismissals. But this is the same South Africa team that beat Afghanistan in their group, beat New Zealand in their group, dupped India in game 1. And I can guarantee you that there will be an element of our fan base that are going to turn around as if that's not who we're playing. That doesn't excuse the impending defeat or what goes on to happen for the rest of today. But I always think it's important to say to people, there is context in sport. It's not every day emotional and get upset. But there's no point in me saying all this because the West Indies fan base is basically 96% dunce. So there's no point in actually me saying any of that. $90 for 7. See that guy in the West Indies shirt? Good friend of mine. See him at every West Indies game I go to. He's there. He messaged me the other day, actually, because he was at the Under-19 World Cup in Namibia the other day. He's a super West Indies fan. In a portion of the bat through mid wicket for 1. Just quiet phase of the game. I don't hate it. I'll gladly take this quiet phase of the game right now. Holders on 13 from 14. Romario Shepherd is on 5 from 8. West Indies 91 for 7. Maharaj is back into the attack. Again, just played down the ground, what Matthew Ford should have done to his dismissal. 93 for 7. Ooh. $92 for 7 from 12.3, 12.4, in fact, overs. I've forgotten Maharaj got. Holder. Oh, just gets through. Backward point for 4. We'll take it. Took on the spin. Gets away with it. We'll take it, though. Any runs right now, we're taking them. Doesn't matter how they happen. We just have to take them. 96 for 7. Moves in his crease and is able to dab that leg side for 1. End of the 13th over, 97 for 7. Only Fact Sport says South Africa bowled well against India. They haven't bowled or caught well today at all, so the India game is relevant. But I'll tell you what they have done. They've won 5 games from 5. So whilst you may think that game is irrelevant, they are unbeaten in the tournament. And they've beaten Afghanistan, New Zealand, and India. I think they're more stress test ready than we are. Tafari says West Indies no good. So what are you watching for, man? Just leave, innit? Holder onto that one. Again, into the leg side. 1 run. Who's this? Oh, and Gide's back to finish. 3 for 12 from 3. Second highest wicket taker in the tournament. I was cussing him at the start of the match. He quickly showed me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Hal Haynes says Charles should have come in for King. King's currently the highest run scorer in the team. So, like 96% of the West Indian fan base is dunce. Up in the air and 6. I didn't think he had enough on it, actually. I didn't think he had enough on it, but Shepherd's a powerful guy. And I guess when it gets going, it gets gone. Hundreds up. $104 for 7, the hundreds up. The run rate has actually been fine through the whole match. We've gone too hard. Haven't really played when clumps of wickets were falling. We didn't play the situations well as the wickets were falling, and this is why we're in the situation that we're in right now. I don't want to give a total that's still possible because, for all I know, a wicket could fall very soon. But and that's a better delivery there. Cutter from Ngidi. What I find funny though about West Indies is let's put this in the equivalence of Premier League football, right? West Indies, if you had to say, let me wait for this ball, fourth ball of the 14th over, Ngidi to Shepherd. Shepherd pulls him hard, but all along the ground for 105 for 7. If you had to say a Premier League team that West Indies are, I would say that West Indies are West Ham, right? In fact, hold on. Yeah, I would say that West Indies are West Ham, right? In so much as known for a history of good football, vociferous fan base, got a reputation, but generally speaking, flatter to deceive, right? Now, when West Ham, is that 4 runs? Oh, nicely placed there by Holder. Just backwards a point for 4, and that's a good end to the over. Took Ngidi there in that over, took 12 off it, 109 for 7. Now, when West Ham play anybody in the top 6, top 7, 97% of the time you expect West Ham to lose, right? But maybe Tottenham's a better example. But the fan base have a more elevated opinion of the status of the football club. And the West Indian fan base is very similar to that. The West Indian fan base has never moved with the times. So even though before this, like Neeks was on the show last night, right? For those of you who watched the live show last night, and we were talking about this before the tournament started, right? I said to Neeks that all I want is get out the group, and anything that happens after get out of the group that's good is a bonus. Neeks said, get out the group is the bare minimum. I want us to win 1 game in the group stage. Oh, nearly got caught there. Was that dropped? Was that dropped there? Oh, snap. Hold on. I'll come back to my point with Neeks. Holder just got dropped at extra cover. That was easy. That was a dolly drop. Extra cover. Holder dropped on 23. Was that Maharaj? I need to watch that back. Maharaj is down on his haunches, looking like he just got taken there. Demo says we're Arsenal. We're not Arsenal because Arsenal are good and we aren't consistently good. Like Arsenal end top 4, right? We don't end top 4, not ever. So that Arsenal is not an equivalent comparison, right? So anyways, I said to Neeks before the tournament, my only target is get out of the group. Anything after get out of the group is a bonus. Because if you watch CCP, you know that I pride myself on Caribbean Cricket Podcast on being probably top 5 most rational West Indian cricket fans with a public profile. I will never overtalk the West Indies team. I think I'm very good at understanding where we are in the context of the world game. So I said, get out the group. Anything that happens in the group stages is a bonus in terms of any victory. Neeks, who's obviously a very good sports analyst, said, get out the group's the minimum. We need to win 1 game in the group. And as long as we're competitive in the other 2, we've probably had a good World Cup. And I've got nothing wrong with that. Neeks and I were chopping that up yesterday. And I kind of said to Neeks, yeah, actually, in hindsight, I kind of agree with what Neeks is saying. That's me and Neeks now. Your average West Indian fan before the tournament was saying we're no good, Darren Sammy needs to go. Saw us win 5 out of 5, changed the goalposts and demanded we now get to the final. And now if we lose this game, they're going to immediately pivot back to we're no good and Darren Sammy is shit. Like, what is it? Like, where do you think we are on the totem pole here? Like, yeah, I don't know. I just don't get it. Now we can still obviously Vignesh says you are underestimating West Indies. I say this with full respect, Vignesh. You don't live and breathe West Indies like I do. You don't live and breathe. You don't live and breathe it like me. You ain't watching West Indies when we're taking L after L after L after L. So I say it with respect. You don't live and breathe it like me. Anyways, all of that said, it's 109 for 7. And we still, with 6 overs to go, need to target putting some kind of score on the board. Oh, that one nearly bowls him there. If we can put up 160 on the board, I'm not saying we're going to get to 160, but I'm saying if we can put up 160, there's a game. There's a game on if we can get to 160. 140 is the bare minimum. Shepherd, flat, cover, 6. Power from Shepherd again. He moves up to 19 from 14. West Indies 115 for 7. I'll say it again. If we can get to 160, there is a game on here. But it's a big if. 115 for 7. Shepherd and Holder trying to make us feel something. Maharaj in again to Shepherd, this time sensible. Just tucks that down to long on, for 1. 116 for 7. Good innings this from Shepherd. He's on 20 from 15. Jace is on 23 from 20. They're trying their best. They're trying to make us feel something. They're trying to give us something. Maharaj, Holder down the ground in a portion of the bat. Plugs in the outfield for 1. 117 for 7. Maharaj has been taken there today. Ball bowled by Maharaj. Good comeback. Dot ball. I mean, based on what the comms, it's become quite clear in the context of this match that you can see now why West Indies only went in with 2 seamers. But I still think there's an argument to say that you could have played a keel. But we'll discuss that in the tea leaves after the game. Maharaj goes 4 overs, none for 43. West Indies 118 for 7 at the end of the 15th. So we've managed, despite our massive collapse and clump of wickets, we've managed to get ourselves into a situation where we've got something to work with for the last 5. 118 for 7 with Gudakesh Santoki and Shamar Joseph to come. I think you can target 145 minimum from here. In the best world, if all things go right, we could get to 170. I think that's a stretch, but if all things go right, I can take we could get a 170. On the edge. Drops short of QDK. These guys who want... Let me put him in timeout. I'll just put that man in timeout. I ain't got time. We need to normalize just putting bare people in timeout on live streams. I'm normalizing it. Anyways, Bosch into Shepherd. Climbs into it. Over mid-wicket boundary, 6. Shepherd moves to 27. They've given themselves a chance. Holder and Shepherd. When did Shepherd come in? Anyone who's got the scorecard, can you remind me what over did Shepherd come in at? Only Fact says, I don't think they're trying their best. I don't know. I think Holder and Shepherd are trying their best. When did Shepherd come in? Can someone go to the scorecard and remind me what over Shepherd came in at? Oh, wide. That's a wide ball, surely, no? To get away with it. Got away with it. Shepherd came in at 83. Good, right? Let me leave that up on the screen. I think that's important. I think that's important for people to understand the context of these two. 83 for 7 after 10.2 overs. The partnership is 50 between Shepherd and Holder. Score prediction is 157. Good ball from Bosch. Nothing but air for Romario Shepherd. Bosch into Shepherd, .6, ... through the covers 4. Good shot from Shepherd. 4 runs. He moves to 31 from 22 balls. West Indies moved to 128 for 7. 1 ball left of the 16th over. Gluffy says, why did Ford come in before Shepherd? Why not? And that's dabbed into the leg side or down to long on, sorry, for 1. End of the over, 129 for 7 at the end of the 16th. 129 for 7, 4 overs remaining. So we're definitely going to make 140. And given where we were, 83 for 7 after 11, after 10.2. So 140 is going to happen. I think we can start to look at possibly 160, dependent on wickets, obviously. Majid says we should get to 180. Not sure about that. I mean, yeah. Maybe, possibly. I'm not sure I'm thinking that high. 160's the next target in my head. Engid, Rabada, sorry. And well, it's just power from Shepherd. Just hoiks it. Backward a square for 6. Shepherd's firing up here. He's 38 from 24. We're trying to take them there at the back end. This is why, whether you agreed with it or not, and I think there's certainly room for critique of it, West Indies have decided that their game in this World Cup is a throwback to 2016 and power after power after power after power. And when you stack your batting lineup with Matthew Ford at 8 and Romario Shepherd at 9, you do have power at the back end, whereby that's a wide ball, surely. That's a wide ball. Re-ball that one, Rabada. Whereby if you keep enough overs at the back end, then you have the power to potentially cash in. Still a long way to go. Holder, a 53-run partner. Holder and Shepherd, 53 runs from 36 balls. We're trying to... This looks like it's out, or has he just plugs? And then a misfield. Probably comes, but yeah, come back for 2. That one plugged. Cover was running back, but plugs just behind cover. I think it's AD Markram. Then he misfields it. They run 2. 138 for 7. We're trying to take... We're trying to take ourselves there. Shepherd's on 40 from 25. Tucked fine. Fielded by Ngidi. No run. Leg side for 1. Dabs. They'll take 1. So how much are they taken here? There's 1 ball left of the 17th, and they've taken 9, 10, 11 off it. We'll take that. 1 ball left to go. They're up to 140, so we've ticked off the 140 mark. 160 should now definitely be manageable from here. 140 for 7 from 16.5. Let's just see. Let's see what happens at the last ball of the 17th over, and then let's see what happens before I start to reassess what we can get to. No run. Rabada's appealing. Let's bat on that, surely. So end of the over, 140 for 7, 3 balls to go, 3 overs to go, 18 balls to go. Oh, they've appealed. Hold on. Oh, sugar, they've reviewed it. Hold on, sorry. Hold on. Sorry, I missed that. Right. So Rabada appealed. That 1, I thought there was bat on it. 2, I thought it was going down leg side. Have they just appealed here to take time out of the game? Okay, there is no bat on it. It doesn't look like there's bat on it, but surely it's going down the leg. This might be one of them reviews where you're trying to take time out of the game and just to kind of stall the momentum a bit, because I thought that was surely going down leg, as well as having an inside edge. There you go. Oh my god. Yeah, that must be a tactical. I reckon that's a tactical review to just disrupt the momentum, because that don't make no sense. So 140 for 7 from 17 overs. Right. What's my reassessment? I said we need to get to 140 to make it a game. I'm now saying 165 is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 165 as a minimum. I'll reassess if we can get to 165. I'll reassess. Down the ground, Holder clears his arms, clears his legs. That's straight down the ground for 6. Jansen gets taken there. 146 for 7. Jansen in again to Holder. Wants to, is that wide? Wide? Surely wide. Yeah, wide ball. Reload that one. 147 for 7. Those people who are panicking about net run rate, if we do lose this game, by getting ourselves up to a manageable total, we might have saved our net run rate here. Wide again, surely. Wide? No? Okay, no, he's got away. Wide Wide full delivery, or wider full delivery, but not a wide ball. We'll take it though. 7 from 2 so far. We'll take that. This one fetches it. It's gone wide again. Fetches it 1 bounce into the boundary rope. 4 runs through mid-wicket, or in front of square rather, for 4. Holder moves to 35 from 25. 10 off 11 off the over. Jansen's ball's just sitting up to be slapped, to be fair. If he doesn't hit his line, it's actually just kind of sitting up to be slapped. And the pace is looking like lollipop. Looks like lollipop bowling when he doesn't hit his line. 3 balls left of the 18th. Jansen's a good bowler, by the way. I'm not trying to disrespect, man, but you've got to hit your marker if you're going to bowl like that. Holder again, down the ground. 6 runs. Doesn't hit his line, doesn't hit his length. I said it's lollipop bowling. If you're going to bowl that line, you've got to hit it. Otherwise, it's lollipops for the batter to put away. And Holder just reaches into that with his trademark long levers. 6 runs, 157 for 7. Right, we have to reassess after this over. I said, can we get a 165? I'm going to reassess after this over. Where's all those people that ran away? Do you remember anyone who's been with me since the start of this live? Do you remember all those people that cussed and ran away after 43 for 4? And I said on the live, people like me, we don't leave. We stick through all the L's. We stick with West Indies no matter what. Bear man ran away at 43 for 4. You will never see me run away from West Indies. I stick it through to the bitter end. Man saying I'm going bed. This team is a rucks. Never me, you know. They are a rucks, but never me. Right, 1 ball left of the 18th. South Africa look rattled, you know. What's that? What have I just missed? Oh, it's a deft touch one. Gone fine through 3rd, I think. I missed the shot, but Holder picks up another 4. Holder moves to 47 from 28. Romario Shepherd 41 from 28. West Indies 163 for 7 after 18. Wait, was that a 6? No, well, it was a 4. 163 for 7 after 18. I'm getting taken there. Hey, we need a new target. 16. Right, let me look at fam. I want 190. I'm getting greedy. How greedy? I want 190 runs right now. I'm a greedy guy. I'm getting confident again. I'm up. I'm really up right now. I want 190. I want 2 more. I want 2 more greedy overs. Give me some greedy runs. I want 190, and then South Africa can choke from there. Give me 190, West Indies. We're back. We're up. All of you lot who left me when it was only me and 67 man in the live watch along when 4 wickets went down, all of a sudden now there's 250 man and you're getting greedy out there. The greed is too much. User says the video and sound is out of sync. That's your problem. That's not my problem. Right, and Gidi back to bowl out. He's already bowled 1. I missed that because I was getting excited. He's hitting his lines though. Nice slower balls there. Nice change ups and slower balls by Ngidi. I like that. It's good stuff by him. 163 for 7 from 18.2. Too many of you were busting your nut earlier in the match, just cussing out the team. You were cussing. You were cussing out the team, but I stayed true to the cause. I stayed true to the cause. I said, I can't leave these guys. I've seen worse than this. I stayed true to the cause when who remembers when I was dancing when we passed 26 in the test match against Australia? Dot ball again. This is great stuff from Ngidi. I didn't run away during 27 all out against Australia. If I can stay for 27 all out, you best believe I'm staying for 43 for 4 against South Africa. Slash gets a thick edge, vacant man, vacant slip area. There's no one there. We'll take that 4. We'll take that 4. $167 for 7. I still want 190. I'm still addicted to the greed. I'm still hoping for 190. Who was that, by the way? Shepherd. Shepherd moves to 45. Over 200 of you in the live watch along. You're getting greedy and excited. I can sense it. Full toss. Yeah, we'll take that. It's been a good over by Ngidi. I cussed him at the start of the match, but I have to give him his props. He's been brilliant. He's been brilliant with the ball. I have to give even though I'm here for West Indies, you have to praise an opposition when you see them do stuff. And then Ngidi's been brilliant with the ball. Change up, cutters, slower balls. He's got variations for days. Right, 168 for 7. Only the solitary thick edge 4. He's gone 3 for 30 from 3.5. Final ball of his spell. Dot. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff from Ngidi. Don't ever be afraid to respect a guy when they've done well. And that's brilliant from Ngidi. 4 overs, 3 for 30, and just a masterclass in variations. I have to rate it. I have to rate and respect it. He's been top draw. I cussed him early doors when King took him for 2 4s. And he's been top draw since then. 4 overs, 3 for 30. We have to salute that. West Indies 168 for 7, 1 over to go. Right, so Bosch will bowl the final over. I'm looking for 185 maybe. That one's wide Yorker. Shepherd can only play that down to mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket for 1. 169 for 7. Maybe 180 is all we can work with, people. But in fairness, Neeks and I said yesterday that we'd work with 190. We said on the live yesterday that we'd accept 180 if we batted first as something to work with. So by hook or crook, despite our collapses early doors, we found a way to possibly get up to 180. 169 for 7. Again, nails the Yorker, wide Yorker. Doesn't really give much room for Holder. Down to deep mid-wicket again. 170 for 7. Need a 6 or a 4, really. 180 is looking a bit sticky now. Certainly not 190. I got too greedy, you see. When I was asking for 190, I got way too greedy. Now I'm trying to get to I'm trying to get a 178 now with the last 4 balls. Bosch into Shepherd. Again, doesn't give him much room. Driven to long on for 1. He's hit both Ngidi and Bosch, and these back 2 overs have hit their lines. They've executed well. 171 for 7, 19.3. Holder uses his feet, paddles it. They'll scamper one. He was trying to paddle it fine, but actually finds short, fine leg. $172 for 7, 4 balls left. And Geedy and Bosch have done brilliantly in these back 2 overs. When I got greedy and thought we could get up to 190, I did not factor in for Bosch and then Geedy executing their block hole deliveries. We've got 2 balls to try and find a boundary. 172 for 7, 19.4 overs. Bosch into Shepherd. That's a wide ball. What? Oh, run out. That's a run out. Who's run out? Holder? Yeah, Holder's run out. Was that not a wide? Anyways, whatever, run out. Anyways, Holder, you've done your job. You gave us something to work with. 49 from 31 balls. We have to salute that knock. Came in at a time. Remember, when Holder and Shepherd came together, it was 83 for 7 after 10.2 overs. Don't get this twisted, people. Holder and Shepherd have given us something to work with. Can't deny. Let me last ball, Bosch to Shepherd. Thick edge along the ground, vacant slip area, or no, where leg slip would have been. Gets a 50, Romario Shepherd, 52 for 37. Neeks and I spoke about Shepherd yesterday on the show. And I think, or maybe it might have been before Neeks came on, and I think I made the point that if we played Shepherd today, it would be because we want to put scoreboard pressure on South Africa because of the destruction that Shepherd can do at the back end. Shepherd is going to have to bowl today. Based on what we've seen the pitch do, Shepherd's going to have to bowl today. It doesn't look like, and to be fair to Professor Sammy, they may well have called this team selection right, because Maharaj went 4 overs, none for 43. West Indies dropped Akil Hussain to bring Roston Chase back in. Roston Chase is there to target the left-handers, and keeping Ford and Shepherd in is to have the extra pace. There is definitely pace and bounce in there, but if you don't hit your lines and you don't execute, you can get taken there on this pitch. So South Africa will have to chase 177. Given where we were at the halfway point, we were 83 for 7 at the halfway point. We somehow managed to end on 176 for 8. Cricket Forum must be furious. Man was ready to put up his Blunder Factory thumbnail and start cussing. Man must be furious that West Indies have somehow got up to a total. We've negated the impact that a big defeat was possibly going to have on our net run rate. And there is a chance that, there's a chance we could win this game. I think if you had said to me before this match started, West Indies will post 176 for 8, I would have taken it. Algerson says no sound. I don't know about that. But if you had said to me that we'll get 176 for 8 before the match, I think I would have taken 176 for 8. I think at this point of the match, if you ask me who is favourite to win, I have South Africa favourites to win at 60-40. However, I have South Africa at 60-40. but that 40 is a strong 40 for the West Indies, if that makes sense. So 60-40, but it's a strong 40 for the West Indies. Maybe at a push, I'd say 55-45 to South Africa, but I think I've got it at 60-40 to South Africa at this point in time. Fireball says, I would have dropped Multi. Cannot look at Akil as just a left-arm spinner due to his work in the power play. I hear that, Fireball, but Multi is better in the middle overs. And that's ultimately why. We've just seen what South Africa have done, right? Their seamers have taken us there in this match. Holder and Shepherd notwithstanding, right? Which means your middle overs bowling is going to become more critical than just having 3 spinners in the team. Multi excels in the middle overs. Of course, he may not, but I can see a rationale in why Akil's not there. Doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with it, but I can see a rationale in it. So anyways, people, I am going to be right back. I'm not going to just talk to you during the middle of the match. I'm going to take a bit of a break, hold a fresh, get a drink, etc. And I'll see you all in about 5-10 minutes. Yep. I'm back. One sec. Let me get my link. Let me get my sneaky link. One sec, people. Okay, let us get active again. South Africa have to chase 177 to book their spot into the World Cup semi-finals. The second team, whoever wins this game, will become the second team to book their spot into the World Cup semi-finals after England. Quinton de Kock and Adi Markram will take strike. There may be an issue with the sync in here because I've put my laptop on charge because it's only gone down to 22%. So I need to charge it, but whenever I charge it, it tends to have an issue with syncing things up. So we'll see how long it can live on charge. It tends to mess up the sound and stuff. Anyways, Ford takes a new ball and 4 runs. Straight through cover for 4 from Adi Markram, and South Africa are on the way. Right. I was just in the CCP Discord group collecting evidence on all of the people in that Discord who ran away and started bad-mouthing the West Indies as soon as we struggled in this game. After this match is over, I'm going to head back to that Discord group and put a whole bag of man on timeout. If you'd like to become part of the CCP Discord West Indies community, you have to become a patron. Go to www.patreon.com/Carib Cricket. Better ball there by Ford, 1 run. Go to www.patreon.com/Carib Cricket and become a patron and get the link for the Caribbean Cricket Podcast Discord. And become part of the community. So South Africa 4 without loss after 2 balls. They're chasing 177 to win. Like I say, I make them favourites to win, but West Indies have at least put something on the board for us to at least try and make a match of it, which is all we could ask for. Lonesome Commie says South Africa's batting depth is scary, correct? Another single there. Ford goes round the wicket. Six without loss after the first 3 balls of the South African reply. Ford back over the wicket to Adi Markram. Oh, nice little in-ducker there, but Markram manages the seam and swing. 1 run. Tatara says, Mash, do you agree that Ford's threat level is 63? Those graphics are a bunch of nonsense. Apparently, CrickFizz are responsible for it. But it feels like a bunch of nonsense. Right. I think we're starting to have sync problems now. Are we not? Or is it working still? Oh, squares him up. But there's no extra slip him, and there's 4 runs. $11 without loss. 1 ball left of the 6th over. First over, sorry. 5 balls balls in this over. And that's the end of the over. 11 after the first over. Good over for South Africa. And they've started well. Like I say, South Africa favourites from here, but we've given ourselves a chance. So Shepherd takes the new ball. Interesting. So I think we're going to go. I can see Chase getting a power play over, but I think we're going to go. So Shepherd gets it. Holder will get one for sure. So Ford will get 3. And then the other 3 might be what? 2 for Shepherd, 1 for Holder, or maybe 1 for Shepherd, 2 for Holder. Depends how Shepherd goes, I guess, given that he didn't bowl against Zimbabwe. Yeah, I don't think they see Shamar as a middle overs bowler, I think. Starts with a single into the leg side for 1. Right, Shepherd into Quinton de Kock. De Kock is on strike. Through the covers. No, it's not. It's actually fielded at cover. No run. Waystute says, what's a good power play, say, for West Indies? We need 2 wickets in the power play. What's going on? Dot ball by Shepherd. Good comeback. 1 off his first 3. South Africa 12 without loss after 1.3 overs. Fielded there. Backwards point. Deep backward point, sorry. 1 run. Yes, big ups to Damien Hilton. Warmers. Can never ever forget the Warmers days. Big up anybody who's a Warman or ex-Warmerian. School in Jamaica for those who don't understand. Big ups, Damien. I think I'm in Jamaica in the summer, Damien. We have to link up for sure. Right, Shepherd in to AD Markram. Oh, he's lost his line there. Markram, he's on the helicopter shot, and that's 6 over deep mid-wicket boundary. He lost his line there, Shepherd, and it was there to be dismissed. And AD gave it the treatment. Punch through the covers, 4 runs. Yep. We're getting taken there in the first 2 overs. 23 without loss. 80 Markram's on 17 from 6. West Indies need wickets, and we're not looking like we're going to get wickets from anywhere at this moment in time. I wonder what they do now. Ford's probably going to have to bowl another one. The thing is, without wickets, this is the type of match where, as great as the West Indies have done to post 176, it's the type of wicket where you can take a lot of the drama out of this match out of play by what you do in the power play. And I mean, 2 overs, it's very early doors, but South Africa can do a lot of damage and get a lot of the drama done here in the power play. Markram on strike 2 Ford over the wicket. Just a bit slower there. Markram's threw his shot too early. No run. Ford into Markram. Ooh. Exaggerated in swing. No run. Was there... Ford down the ground. It's a great shot from Markram. 4 runs all along the carpet. So Markram is on what, 22 from 9? Yeah. Yeah, Markram had enough time to get down the wicket to the pace of the ball. Yeah, skips down 2 strides down the wicket and just smashes it all along the carpet. 21 from 9 for 80 Markram. And this time, is that dropped? Is that dropped? It's a drop. It's a drop. It's a drop at extra cover. Who is that? Brandon King. It's a drop from King. Markram is saved on 21. I need to watch that one back. Is that an easy drop or was that a difficult chance? It's a hard one. It's a hard one. To be fair, it's a chance, but we're talking about inches. Is to the point where his hands may even all scraped up along the ground. That's actually hard. He would have had to have picked that inches off the ground. That's actually hard. Still there to be taken, but he's going off the pitch. I'm not surprised because it was inches off the ground. Might have all mashed up his hand trying to take that. He actually did well to get his hands to it. And we forget that there was 4 in that, all in the midst of it. Is that the end of the over? End of the over, 31 without loss after 3. Tatara says, "Have you tried getting Curtly Ambrose on the show?" I've actually interviewed Curtly before, but I did it for Talk Sport. about 18 months ago. I interviewed Talksport asked me to do some work for them, and I interviewed Curtly. Viv, Andy Roberts, and Richie Richardson. And yeah, if the Curtly interview is actually, the other day I saw it on Talk Sport, like, you know, on like YouTube. Sorry, I saw it on YouTube, sorry. And you know, on YouTube Shorts, and it had like 400,000 views on YouTube or something. I didn't even realize. So yeah, I have actually interviewed him before. Holder is in, as I thought he would be. Loses his line immediately, but Ford is there at short fine leg, and saves what would have been a certain boundary if he'd gone either side. Wide ball. When are Zimbabwe playing India? Is that today or is that tomorrow? Holder's bowling this line where he seems to be targeting Markram's hips on the leg side. Anyways, only one has come off his bowling and the wide. .33 without loss. We need wickets. We've had one very difficult drop put down by Brandon. One very difficult chance put down by Brandon King, but West Indies need a wicket in the power play. If we don't get one, you have to kind of assume that we're not going to win this game. Holder to De Kock. Cuts away to deep backward point for one. Markram back on strike to Holder. One bounce in front of mid-on, no run. Mash, in a knockout game, would you prefer the West Indies chase at all costs, even if there is some pitch advantage to bowl first? Well, we lost the toss. We never seem to win a toss. So, in principle, I hear you, but you have to win the toss first and foremost. Oh, that's up in the air. That's up in the air. Oh, there is no one down there at deep mid wicket. So is it a cow? I can see why Holder's been targeting that hit because Markram's taking that shot on. There's a risk. Well, was it a risky shot? Because at the end of the day, there's no one down there. Deep mid wicket. It's actually got good bounce there, Holder. Markram. Yeah, Markram's got away with it there. One ball left of the fourth, 38 without loss. Goals leg side, and yeah. Holder tried to follow him, and Markram took him there. 42 without loss after 4. We're getting taken there. Ramdas says Akil dropped. Yeah, they don't feel that they didn't think they needed 3 spinners on this wicket. And based on how South Africa bowled, they may be right. Yeah, we're going to need a wicket taken over here. Ford is back and it's through the cock. No run. Ford in again to the cock around the wicket. Then the cock targets the leg side, but there is a man there. Deep square. 1 run. Lonesome says Markram's carrying the cock card. It's so raunchy. It's too early in the morning for this level of raunch. Ford to Markram again. Through him. No run. Dunbar says matchup philosophy. Dropping the kill was a mistake. You just do not drop your best opening bowler. Do you think that would have meant we won the match, though? Big up Verdi for the super chat. I don't think I saw this. This was in the first innings. I don't think I saw this initially. But Verdi says, don't panic. West Indies will win this one. Well, score's currently 43 without loss after 4.3 overs. If we are going to win this one, we're going to have to go some. Markram picks that one up. Goes deep mid wicket. Is that 6? Yep, 6 runs. That one's through Markram that time. So it's bowled 2 balls. So Ford has gone .1, .6, . And 2 of those dot balls have beaten Markram all ends up. But hey. Brad Bailey says another no score from King. Did you watch the match? You must not have been awake for the West Indies innings. Oh my God. Flashed right through point. It's another boundary. Oh no, actually, no, he hauls it. No, yeah, it's another boundary. Who was that at point? Was that Roston Chase? It's poor fielding. So 53 without loss after 5. So Markram in the power play is on 43. 5 in a row, Obama. But you already know how West Indies fans go. Remember, 96% of our fan base are dunce. And also remember that on a live watch along, a lot of people are cosplayers, so you can't take them too serious. 53 without loss after 5. Shamar Joseph will get a power play over. Not sure if that was the original plan, but he's going to get one. And the cock can't beat mid-on. No run. Shamar over the wicket, around the wicket. Sorry, so Ducott latches onto that and just pulls it over deep square for 6. 59 without loss. Yeah, Barmer, you might as well just get ready for school because we're getting taken there. This match might be over. South Africa looking to chase this in like 15 overs. Need some wickets to slow it down. Right, Shamar Joseph into Quinton de Kock. He's gone over the wicket. De Kock goes the other way this time. Over cover for 4. .63 without loss. South Africa absolutely smashing this. This is the first time in the competition where our bowling has just looked ordinary. Now, obviously, people are going to say, "Oh, it's because Akil Hussain didn't play." No, it's the bowling collectively looks ordinary. This was a good pitch to battle. Remember, as much as West Indies fumbled the bag early doors, the run rate was never a problem. Goes wide as Shamar, no run. Will net run rate matter if West Indies lose? Because it will all just be destined in their own hands facing it. I guess it depends if India lose to Zimbabwe, right? I presume you're taking India's victory over Zimbabwe as you're just taking that for granted. Joseph into De Kock. Picks that one up. Goes backward a square 6. I did wonder what Shamar Joseph was doing bowling in the power play. I didn't really want him in this situation, and he's getting absolutely taken. He just spraying it both sides of the wicket. Still one more ball to go. And actually bowls a straight delivery. And so Kock respects it. End of the power play, 69 without loss. This must be like 80% chance South Africa win from here. I haven't seen what the win viz update is, but I'd imagine it's 80%. Has the pitch eased out a bit under the sun? Was it relatively spicier? I think it was spicier this morning for sure. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Drop a keel and now you can't find stability. See, I need to control my pressure. I'm saying this with the greatest of respect to you, El Shepherd. Not. I personally don't like it when sports fans try to reduce a win or a defeat down to one particular decision. Even if a keel was bowling now, we're gonna get taken there. Like, relax. Like, and I know the thing is, your line here is exactly the line. Is exactly the line that every other channel is now going to use. He shouldn't have dropped a keel. It wouldn't have happened. Like, my bro, we were 83 for 7. Look at Akil's record against South Africa. I would have played Akil. Don't get me wrong, but if you're trying to suggest that Akil playing would have changed this outcome, like, relax, innit? Relax. This is, yeah. Last night I wanted to drop Shepherd, yeah, because I would have played Akil. But what you're trying to do is do hindsight analysis. Hindsight analysis is lazy. It's the laziest art form of being a sports fan or a pseudo sports analysis. Oh, Shepherd played well. That means you were wrong to say drop Shepherd. Akil's not playing. That means Sammy's wrong to not play Akil. No, no. Have you just watched these first 6 overs? Do you think Akil would have made a difference in these first 6 overs? If Akil was going to play, who's not playing for Akil then? Because you best believe if Akil was playing in this game, it's Shepherd who's not playing because Shepherd hasn't bowled. This is what I can't take. I can't take hindsight stuff. I can't. I really can't take the hindsight stuff. Okay, yeah. You know what? Actually, you know what, El Shepherd? You know what? You're right. There, that's it. How about that? You're right. I can't be asked. You're right. Right, who's bowling now anyways? Multi. So Multi is in after the power play. And South Africa are 72 without loss. 6.3 overs gone. Really, it's just a procession for South Africa from here. What the? How did Ronaldo Morton get into this conversation? And rest in peace to Ronaldo Morton, but how's Ronaldo Morton suddenly in the midst of a 2026 T20 game? How are we so? I'm not involved. John P. Nicol, respectfully, I'm not involved. Anyway, 6 runs for De Kock. Nikhil, I'm just going to leave your comment up. I'm not even going to comment on it. At this point, due to my pressure, I'm just going to leave comments up. People can read them for themselves, and I can't be asked to comment. Ziad 177 Santoki posted on our Twitter that he thought we were 35 runs short, and I private messaged him. Is that 4 runs? Yeah, that's the next 4 runs. I private messaged him and said, yeah, I agree. So this pitch was truer than 177, 176. We did well to get to 176, but how it played in the back end, because some of you, this is the other thing with some of you, with the greatest of respects to some of you who are here now, you haven't been up since 9:30 in the morning UK time or 4:30 Jamaican time, 5:30 Eastern Caribbean time. If you'd actually been up at the beginning of this match and you've watched every single ball of this match like I have, you'd know that 176 was under par for the wicket. And this is why I think when I'm hearing people go, oh, but if this has happened and if that had happened, I'm like, no, but you ain't even been awake for the match. Like, respectfully. It's 84 without loss after 7. South Africa taking us there. I guess we can see why South Africa have won 5 from 5 and why in that 5 from 5 they've beaten Afghanistan, New Zealand, and India. Real 5. Who made the decision to drop our best bowler? Who's been our best bowler in the tournament? Real 5. Answer that question, please. Chase into the attack, dot ball. The opposition is also allowed to play well. Yep, 100%. They're allowed to play well. Chase again, Markram down to long off for 1. I'll ask you the question again because that's not the question I asked you. I said, who has been our best bowler in this World Cup? THIS, this World Cup. Right, De Kock on strike. Chase to De Kock. De Kock backs away, pulls high and handsome over the square leg boundary for 6. This time, swivels and pulls, 4 runs. Another drag down from Chase. How many overs are South Africa going to win this one in? Let's say 13. Dot ball. Yeah, sometimes you just get taken there. And it's about what you learn from getting taken there. And that one doesn't middle it and taken by Jason Holder at mid-on. Chase gets a wicket. De Kock's gone. In fairness, that's the matchup that Chase would have been picked for. Chase is in the team to get wickets from the left-handers. So in fairness, Chase kind of has not, he's not repaid the faith, but that's what he's in the team for, right? Jerome says we were lucky with losing this toss. Feels a completely different pitch. The pitch has certainly flattened out across the day. The best time to bowl on this pitch was certainly this morning, and that's why I'm saying I don't know how many people who are currently in this live were awake at the start of this match. The West Indian wickets notwithstanding, because we gave away quite a few wickets today, but there was significant bounce and pace in this pitch up front, and we didn't adapt well to it. It doesn't seem to hold as much venom as it did this morning. And that's not me looking for excuses. That's just me. That's just my honest analysis of what I've seen of every single ball of this match thus far. I think Shea said at the toss that he wanted to bowl. So I think that's both teams understanding that the best time to bowl was early doors, and South Africa took full advantage of it. West Indies struggled to adapt to the bounce on offer. Should West Indies have opened with Chase? What, with the ball, you mean? Possibly. I suspect, though, remember, look at the damage that South Africa's pacers did. Machel says, I can't blame Sammy for letting Hussain sit this one out because against South Africa and against Quinton de Kock, his numbers are poor and he gets smashed every single time. At this venue, I see the rationale why they did it. Machel, don't talk sense, please. Please don't talk sense. Multi back into the attack, and actually he's gone through this over quite quickly that I forgot that it was even in the attack. It's just 4 singles, a quiet over, a welcome quiet over, but he's got 2 more balls to try and get out of it. And another single, 50 for 80 Markram, 50 from 27 balls. What's that? Is that 4? Yeah. Doesn't get out of the back end of the over. 9 off it. Chase back in. Are we at the halfway stage yet? Nope. Oof. Yeah, they wanted 2 there. There was never 2, just 1. Real says, I have a gut feeling we will win. Okay. Nikhil says that uncles are going to have a field day after this game. 100%. 100%. Our uncles in the Caribbean are like AFTV. Like they thrive off West Indian failure, engagement, and all of that. Chase into Rickleton. Dabbed to long on for 1. Dot ball. Oh, caught a leading edge there. And oh no, there's one more ball of this over. 108 for 1. Brandon King hasn't returned to the field. I just realised ever since he jammed his finger on that difficult catch. Who did he drop again? Was it Markram? Yeah. End of the over. Good over for that from Chase. Only 5 off it. 109 for 1 after 10. It's just a procession here for South Africa. We're kind of just counting down time until South Africa win. 109 for 1 after 10. Sheldon says we should go on the defensive and protect the run rate. It will put India under big pressure for a big victory today. I hear that. Although, to be fair, if India win today, really net run rate. Oh, I see what you mean. No, but then no, because if we lose, India's run rate's irrelevant. Like it just means that if India beats Zimbabwe, then the India West Indies game becomes just a knockout. So I don't know if that strategy really matters, if I'm honest. Right, Holder back into the attack. He went for 11 in his first over. He's into AD Markram. Goes full. Fielded at short third. Sits up, pulls it, 1 run. I feel bad for Indian cricketers who catch strays all the time just by association with scumbag BCCI. I don't. We're all born as individuals with the ability to show integrity, and everybody has a choice what they do or don't show integrity around. So it's guilt by association, and rightly so, guilt by association. And yes, everybody's got a livelihood to worry about, and yes, some people worry about being blackballed, etc. But some of us are raised different to others. Me personally, I was raised to speak out where I see fuckery going on. Other people aren't raised to think like that, or don't believe, or don't have the, would rather safeguard a nice life over speaking out about stuff. So for me, I'm not in on the woe is me with a player. Everybody is born with a choice to make. Anyways, I've lost my link, so I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm trying to find, I'm trying to get my link working back again. So bear with me, people. I'm trying to get a working link for this cricket. Fireball says 70 being in the team is a disgrace. I'm going to challenge this argument, though. I'm going to give you 2 arguments to think about there, Fireball. If 70 has not been charged, or to all intents and purposes not even being investigated in his own nation, what should be happening then? Now, that statement does not mean that I am saying a man is innocent or a man is guilty. But what I am saying is, based on how justice systems work, if a man is not charged with anything and a man is not found guilty of anything, should a man therefore be allowed to live his life? That's the only question I need answered. That's not me running interference for a man. That's a genuine question that needs to be answered. Meanwhile, my link's still not working, so I'm going to rely on the comments to keep me updated as to what's going on until I can get my link back working. But link's gone down. This could be a sign that the gods are telling me, just pack this up and go to bed. So if I can't get a link to work, let me pivot to this one. If I can't get a link to work, I'm going to lock this live off. Nope, the link's not working there either. Every single link that I've got is down. Maybe the cricket's down. Nope, that's not working. Let's go back here. All my links are down, people. I have no idea what's going on in the cricket right now. Let me just lock this live off. Windy Fanatic says they played Chase over Hussain, then hid him until the 9th over. Make that make sense. So when did you want Chase to bowl instead? My link is back. I found it. Right, okay, what's the score? So the score is 119 for 1 after 11.2 overs. Chase into Rickleton, backs away, tried to follow Rickleton's legs, and Rickleton decided to just back away and hoist that over deep mid wicket for 6. Chase tried to bowl a bit quicker. How will Chase respond to that? It goes a bit straighter. And this time it's fielded. Deep square leg. Or square leg boundary even. That's 126. I didn't even update the score properly. 126 for 1. Chase into Markram. Full toss. Oh, dropped. That was hard. It was hard. It's a drop. It's a drop, but it's hard. That's a hard chance. That might all have bruck up his hand if he held on to it. Yeah, if he pulled that off, that would have been amazing. But 127 for 1 after 12 overs. I thought this might be done in 13 overs. It looks like South Africa will win this now in how long will it take them? 16 overs, maybe? Maybe another 4 overs is all they need. Shamar Joseph back into the attack. 128 for 1. Samson, I don't know what that was, cuz. People, I think I might log this off, because South Africa are going to win. And yes, I should stick around until the win. But I've been awake for nearly 3 hours with this game. And we kind of know what's going to happen. So I'm in that dead zone of T20 cricket where everyone knows what the outcome is, and we're just kind of just hanging about for no reason. 1 run, by the way. So I might just log it off. Like, why am I still watching? And that's not because I'm giving up on West Indies. I'll still watch. When this live is off. But I'm coming up to nearly 3 hours of talking. What's wrong with Shepherd? Shepherd looks like his body's bruck down. 130 for 1. Shamar with the bouncer. That's going to be 4 because Shepherd... Yeah, because Shepherd looks... Is that Shepherd down there? Yeah, it's bruck down. Yeah, it's bruck down. I thought so. The ball before, he looked like he was bruck up. As soon as that ball was hit, I was like, if that's gone back down to Shepherd, it's 4 runs. Yeah, I thought so. Shepherd's gone off. Oh no, they've kept Shepherd on. No run. Here comes Z Gould. Just what we need. You man overrate the Shamar Joseph brother so much. Mans has no variety other than pace. Let's be real. Oh, Z, you're Z. With I say this respectfully, with no respect intended. All you do every time I see you when you come online, all you have to say is who's not good. So what I'm going to set you a challenge. See, name me 11 good West Indian cricketers. Let's all see what your version of good cricketers are in the Caribbean, because I've always said that we don't even have 15 good cricketers. So I'll make it easier for you. I won't even ask you to name 15. Name me 11 good cricketers in the Caribbean. Let's see what you consider a good cricketer. You can not like Shamar Joseph for some allegations outside of the cricket. But if you don't think he's a good cricketer, please name me another 11 good cricketers in the Caribbean, because all you know how to do is hate. I'm always proven right. Yeah, good. Okay. Because you're always right, and we all bow down to the fact that you're always right. Now tell us 11 good cricketers. That's all we want. That's all we want, because you're immature in it. Mash, please give us a logical answer. If you're playing Chase for the matchup, why keep him back until the 9th over? So what? Why are you asking me that question? When would you have bowled him instead? Are you saying that you would have bowled him 3 overs in the power play? Is that what you would have done? Like, you need answer your question first. You have to answer your own question first, because the question you're actually asks him is, where should Chase be bowled then? Because historically, for West Indies, Chase only ever bowls 1 over in the power play. So I don't really understand the question. I never said Shamar's not a good cricketer. I just don't think his variety is for T20. Okay. Let's go back to your question. You man overrate the Shamar Joseph brother. Man has no variety other than pace. Okay. Okay. You never said, okay, you know, I can't be asked. I can't be asked. I've been on for too long. I can't be asked. Right. Back to the cricket. 142 for 1. South Africa just going on their merry way. Who's bowling now? Oh, Ruston Chase. Chase into Markram. Goes down the ground again. That looks like 6 again. Yep. Another 6. 148 for 1. How badly will this match affect our net run rate? Our net run rate doesn't matter. If India win today against Zimbabwe, run rate's irrelevant. It just becomes a knockout game against India. The run rate conversation is irrelevant at this stage. Super chat from Samit. Thank you for the super chat. Samit says this game is basically deciding the first 6 overs of each innings. On this pitch, 250 feels par. Yeah, we were definitely under par with 177. I think everyone accepts that. The reason we said 177 was good was because of where we were at the halfway stage. We were 83 for 7. To get up to a 176 gave us a chance to at least maybe do something. West Indies top in our order in consecutive matches have shown that if both click in Kolkata, they will beat India. Possibly. Obviously, there'll be a lot of build up before that India match on Sunday. That'll be a big event. But for now, let's just try to get out of this. Another down on ground, 1 knee, hoiked into deep mid wicket, 6 runs. Chase getting absolutely taken there in this over. Luckily, I was going to lock off this live early, but South Africa are doing me a favor and just ending this early, so I don't have to lock it off. It looks like they want this done by the 15th over. 22 needed from 38 balls. Backs away through. Oh no, stopped. Stopped by Joseph at cover. No run. A welcome no run. And no run to end the over. So 155 for 1 after 14. Do people realize though? I wonder if anybody realizes that in our group, South Africa and India are the finalists and runners up from the last T20 World Cup, and India and South Africa are the favourites and second favourites for this World Cup. I think I'm not looking for excuses, but I do think it's just worth reminding people the strength of the opposition in this tournament. If you're a Caribbean Cricket Podcast patron, you may remember that after the Zimbabwe game, the video we did going into the Zimbabwe game, Santoki and I said, please, if you're somebody who watches if you're somebody who's a patron and you watch our patron-only specials, please confirm to those who aren't patrons the following. Santoki and I in our pre-Super 8s video said, if West Indies play to their full potential, they'll beat Zimbabwe. But we said, even if they play to their full potential against South Africa and India, there is no guarantee that we can beat South Africa and India. Does anyone remember us saying this? Because I remember saying it, and that's not giving them an excuse for this match. But I do think it's worth reminding people who India and South Africa are. For us to beat these two teams, we can't, and today we had a bad day, but for us to beat these two teams, we have to be absolutely flawless, and even then it might not be enough. This is the finalists and winners from the last World Cup and the favourites and second favourites for this World Cup. Like, we would have had to have been flawless today. And we weren't flawless, and we've been taken there. Similarly, against India on Sunday, we're going to have to be flawless on Sunday. And even if we are flawless, there's still no guarantee we won't get taken there. So I think people do have to just chill a little piece, and remind themselves of the levels here. Score 155 for 1, 6 overs to go, 22 needed from 36 balls. Chase is the only person to take a wicket, and he got taken there. Who are they going to go to? Shepherd probably can't bowl. He was looking mash up, so he can't come back. You don't want Ford to come back. What options have we got? How many overs has Multi bowled? Guess you have to go back to Multi. I don't think you got any. Oh no, it's Holder. Holder's bowled 2. In fairness, this ain't going to the end. Need to charge this. 1 second, people. Aaron Ali says, where are the people that are defending Ross and Chase? Where are they? Oh, God, you're a fucking simpleton. Right, okay. It's how you lose. Yeah, it was a poor performance today, but oh well. Full toss, 1 run. I just need to charge this. 1 second, people. I'm going to come back. I need to. Actually, no, I don't need to charge it. I can watch it without audio. Doesn't matter. Markram is now second highest run scorer in this tournament. I think we have to normalize. That. I've obviously, because we've been doing Caribbean Cricket podcast for a long time, I've lost patience with some people's opinions, which isn't fair. Good Yorker that from by Holder, dugout for one. I've lost patience with a lot of people's opinions, which isn't fair because everyone has a right to express what they want to express. But West Indies cricket, like, because people have a fetish when it comes to Caribbean bodies in cricket, like because they think our bodies are exotic, and they have a fetish about our bodies and West Indies cricket. It means we have to deal with quite a lot of nonsense when it comes to what is purported to be analysis around West Indies cricket. And I ain't got patience for it anymore. So when I see some of the nonsense online and some of the hot take videos, I just does be cussing as soon as I see them, because none of these people are actually invested in the cricket. They're invested in our culture. They're invested in the exotic natures of our bodies and the magic that they associate with our bodies. But they ain't invested in the improvement of our cricket. I know some of you don't like it when I make these comments, but it's true. It's true, man. They see our cricket as raunch. Like we, the West Indies team, is the raunchiest side in international cricket when it comes to the sexual nature. Everything about us is described in a sexual nature. Have you ever noticed how people sexualize us and sexualize our cricket? It's raunchy. It's raw. It's very raunchy. Only Fact says, if we get taken there against India, how would you rate the tournament? They would have outperformed my expectations. I don't know about how anybody else rates the tournament, but they would have outperformed my expectations. I always said if they get out the group and perform, and I always said if they get out the group, anything that then happens in the Super 8s is a bonus. So they would have outperformed my expectations. I never had West Indies down to get to the semi-finals of the World Cup. It was always, can you reach the Super 8s and can you compete in the Super 8s? And they've done that, right? So I'm cool. So no ball. Oh, Shepherd's bowling. I thought it was mash up. I'm surprised they're letting Shepherd bowl. Now, this was the question. Oh, they're gonna check if it's a no ball. So when Shepherd didn't bowl in the Zimbabwe game, so yesterday's show, when I said that I if it was between Ford and Shepherd, I wouldn't play Shepherd. This was my concern with regards to Shepherd, because my argument was if Shepherd didn't bowl against Zimbabwe, how ready would he be to suddenly bowl against a much tougher opposition in that's a no ball. It's a no ball. See what I mean? So this is what I was questioning in the show yesterday, was like, if you're going to stress test Shepherd in a must-win game against South Africa when you weren't even willing to bowl him versus Zimbabwe, he's probably not ready to bowl. And that was always my concern about picking him. Now, obviously, he scored 52 off 36 balls, but Akil Hussain wasn't played for Shepherd to play, who I was questioning if he's fit enough to bowl. Do you get where I'm coming from? That's my only issue. So when people have been going on at me about Akil Hussein, two things can be correct at the same time. Akil Hussein cannot be playing for tactical reasons, and I can understand it. Akil Hussein should be playing because there were questions around Romario Shepherd. But then Romario Shepherd scored 52 of 36 balls. This game wasn't lost because Akil Hussein's not playing. This game was lost the minute we were 83 for 7 after 10 overs. So there's loads of different subplots and sub-analysis you can do to try and get a better understanding of why this match has gone the way it's gone. Thoughts on the bowling performance? I think it's we can critique the bowling performance, but at the end of the day, 177, that's 4 runs. 176, sorry, was never going to be enough. That's so critique, yes, but West Indies were behind the 8 ball at the halfway stage. Why is everyone talking about net run rate? Net run rate doesn't matter. It only matters if Zimbabwe beat India. And even then, in fact, no, don't. And even, actually, don't matter at all because whatever happens, West Indies versus India is pretty well. If Zimbabwe beat India and then beat South Africa, and we then beat India, or India beat, and then we then beat India. Okay, yes. Net run rate could come into it. I think it's a very unlikely scenario that Zimbabwe beat India and then also, even though South Africa will be through, and then beat South Africa. So regardless of whatever the situation is, we just need to go and beat India. And net run rate's irrelevant for me. South Africa 171 for one. 171 for one. They need 6 more runs. They'll probably do it with a 6, I'd imagine. And then we can all get out of here. So 171 for 1. 3 balls left of the 16th over for South Africa to seal this. AD Markram's on 77. Rickleton's on 45. And we've been thoroughly taken there today. What's that, wide? 172 for 1. You think we can beat India? Oh, I don't know. I haven't. To be fair, I'm not even really going to think about that match till Saturday. That's not really on my priority list to think about that match until Saturday. Oh, what's that? That looks like a no ball as well. It's actually a good over from Shepherd. The 4 notwithstanding, he actually got, what did he? Actually, I know he had some wides in there and a 4, but actually wasn't that bad an over. Okay, 15 16 overs gone. 16 overs gone. Who's bowling this over? Is that Jace? Okay. South Africa need 4 to win. Jason Holder's going to bowl the 17th over. I'm actually surprised we took it to the 17th over, to be fair, given how South Africa were just smashing it everywhere. But this should be one in this over. Holder to Markram around the wicket and down the ground and game over. There you go. South Africa win. South Africa win by 9 wickets. Absolutely comprehensive victory, fully deserved victory for South Africa. We've got to give it to them. For those of you who weren't here from the beginning, I've been up for 3 hours and 15 minutes. South Africa took us there. West Indies were the architects of their own downfall. Just a quick summary of the match. South Africa won the toss and elected to bowl. It was a good toss to win. There was a lot of pace and steep bounce in the morning session of the game. Ngidi, Rabada, Jansen got some good bounce. That said, West Indies tried to be ultra aggressive and repeatedly got taken there, trying to take on the bounce and not executing their shots. Hope out cheaply, Hetmeyer out cheaply, Powell out cheaply, Rutherford out cheaply, Chase out cheaply. We were 43 for 4. All of this inside the power play. 43 for 4, 60 for 5, 71 for 6, 83 for 7. At 10 overs at the halfway point, we were 83 for 7. To be fair, the fact we even got up to 176, I give them credit, particularly obviously Holder and Shepherd. I give them credit. But on this particular pitch, which is why you always have to wait for the second team to bat, the pitch definitely flattened out and got easier to bat on. We were probably somewhere in the region of 30, possibly even 40 runs short. Are we still on this? John P. Nicol for the 5th time in today's show says Akil Hussain should be playing. Cool, whatever. There are people who are obviously now going to use this match as a stick to beat the team with and say Akil Hussain should have been playing, and that's fine. But this match was deeper than whether Akil Hussain should be playing. Any analysis that you see after this match, which just focuses on whether Akil Hussain should have been playing, it's too reductive, it's too lazy, it doesn't go anywhere to fully understanding what happened in this match. If your batting order is 43 for 4 inside the power play, 60 for 5 as soon as you exit the power play, you ain't winning the match no matter who's playing. And then at the end of the day, that's where this match was lost. Any analysis that you see, the match was lost with the batting. We can question selections, but the match was lost with the batting. We could have had 15 Akil Hussains playing. The match was lost with the batting, okay? At the halfway stage, for those of you who've been up since 9:30 UK time watching this, who've been up watching this, at the halfway stage, pretty much all of us said, this is advantage South Africa. There was nobody who was saying at the halfway stage, West Indies should win this match. No. There was a clear acknowledgement that we did well to get to 176, but 176 weren't enough on this wicket, and that South Africa were clear favourites to win from there. We were always going to need some early wickets up front. We didn't get anything. Pitch looked placid. Nothing really turned. Pacers couldn't get anything going. Yes, there was a drop, a difficult chance for King. AD Markham on 21. Chase dropped. But again, both chances were difficult, dropped on 55. But we were never really in the game. It's a good win for South Africa. They're basically through to the semi-finals, deservedly so. Worth reminding people that South Africa have not yet lost in this tournament. Oh, Windy Fanatic, a better bowling attack would have given us a chance. What better? Who's that then? You lot will make me mash up the screen today, you know. We'll see. I lost my. Yeah, South Africa is 6 from 6. So in the 6 games that South Africa, in the 6 games that South Africa have played, they have now defeated New Zealand, Afghanistan, India, and the West Indies. Please put some respects on their name. Even if we're going to be critical and say, boy, West Indies got taken there. They got taken there by the only team in the tournament that hasn't lost, that has beaten 4 full member nations in their opening 6 games and beaten all of them. Afghanistan obviously went to a double power play, a super over, but have beaten them all very well. No other team has mashed up 4 full-member nations and stayed unbeaten. So sometimes you just have to doff your hat and say, we've been beaten by the better team. Sometimes you just have to doff your hat and accept it. We got taken there. We take the L. We keep it moving. West Indies lose by 9 wickets, or South Africa win by 9 wickets, rather. And all eyes turn to Sunday. Some of you will watch Zimbabwe versus India. I won't. I'm not particularly interested in that. It'll be funny if Zimbabwe beat India. I don't expect it, but it'll be funny if they do. But all eyes turn to Sunday, because ultimately Sunday seems like, and we assume it will be, a must-win match. But we'll see. We'll worry about that when we worry about that. Santoki and I will record something in about 3-4 hours, I think. And we'll see you all there very, very soon. Thanks to everybody who came through for the watch along at some point in time. And yeah, peace, people.
West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.